Dushanbe, Tajikistan, was buzzing like never before as fans filled the arena to witness a clash that had the potential to redefine the featherweight scene. Akmal Ubaidov, Tajikistan's undefeated sensation and Asian champion, stepped into the ring with a combination of confidence and determination. His professional record, although still developing, reflected a fighter with raw power, compact hooks, and a strategic mind capable of using southpaw angles effectively. Opposite him stood Yerzhan Zalilov, a veteran of international boxing, Olympic bronze medalist and former Kazakhstan super bantamweight champion. Zalilov's record of 13 wins, 4 losses, and 2 draws might seem modest compared to Ubaidov's spotless ledger, but his fights have always been against high-level opposition. His ability to absorb punishment, counter with precision, and maintain tactical composure under pressure made him a dangerous adversary. The storyline was irresistible: a young, aggressive hometown fighter with everything to prove versus a seasoned, globally tested veteran with tactical intelligence and ring IQ. Fans sensed the tension in the air. This fight was not just about physical strength, but psychological warfare. Ubaidov needed to dominate early to satisfy the home crowd, while Zalilov aimed to exploit mistakes and disrupt his opponent's rhythm. Every feint, jab, and step mattered. In those opening minutes, the crowd understood they were about to witness a layered battle, an intricate mix of aggression, patience, strategy, and skill. The fight promised to be thrilling, a masterclass in both offense and defense, where momentum could swing with a single punch. The bell rang and the fight began with cautious intensity. Ubaidov immediately surged forward, attempting to establish dominance while probing Zalilov's defenses. His compact style allowed him to close the distance quickly, landing sharp hooks and testing the veteran's guard. Zalilov, true to his experience, moved with patience, circling the ring, measuring distance, and looking for opportunities to land counters. The contrast in styles was clear from the outset: Ubaidov's forward-pressing aggression versus Zalilov's calculated observation and precision strikes. The crowd roared with every exchange, fueling Ubaidov's momentum while testing Zalilov's composure. Despite absorbing a volume of punches, Zalilov demonstrated defensive intelligence, keeping elbows low to protect the body and setting up counters with long-range jabs and overhand rights. By the end of the round, Ubaidov had the psychological edge in the arena, but Zalilov had effectively neutralized some of the young fighter's early power, showing that experience can offset raw aggression. The round set the tone for a battle where positioning, timing, and mental fortitude were as important as power. Round 2 opened with Ubaidov stepping up the pace, throwing combinations aimed at the midsection and head. The young fighter's southpaw switches created fleeting openings, allowing him to land body shots that elicited cheers from the home crowd. Zalilov remained calm, retreating when necessary, but seizing opportunities to counter with precise overhand rights and hooks. The fight transformed into a tactical duel. Ubaidov tried to dominate space and impose his rhythm, while Zalilov disrupted it with calculated movement and measured counters. Mid-round, Ubaidov forced Zalilov towards the ropes, landing a series of punches, but Zalilov's defensive awareness minimized their impact. This round highlighted the psychological elements of boxing. Ubaidov needed to assert control without overextending, while Zalilov had to maintain composure, punish errors, and measure when to engage or retreat. The intensity increased as the crowd sensed the growing stakes, with each punch carrying the weight of momentum and morale. In 3, both fighters made adjustments. Ubaidov focused on mid-range hooks and uppercuts, using body shots to weaken Zalilov's stance. He angled punches from southpaw positions to confuse the veteran, attempting to open pathways for combinations. Zalilov, meanwhile, employed lateral movement to avoid being trapped on the ropes, stepping in strategically to land counters to the body and head. Each exchange was a study in timing and spatial awareness. Ubaidov's forward pressure created moments of excitement, while Zalilov's patience ensured he remained dangerous despite being forced back. The round became more than physical. It was a psychological battle, where Ubaidov tried to assert dominance, and Zalilov tested his decision-making under stress. By the bell, both fighters had demonstrated skill and intelligence, hinting at an even more dramatic second half. Analysts would later call this the round, where both men truly tested each other's ring IQ. Round 4 brought one of the most dramatic moments. Ubaidov landed a late punch that caught Zalilov off guard, forcing the referee to intervene and pause the action. A point deduction for Ubaidov followed, adding tension to the fight. Despite the disruption, Ubaidov continued to press with hooks and uppercuts, maintaining forward momentum while protecting himself from counters. Zalilov, though briefly stunned, recovered quickly and demonstrated composure, using measured counters to remain in contention. This round highlighted the mental component of boxing, handling interruptions, maintaining focus, and adapting under unexpected circumstances. Ubaidov had to navigate aggression without repeating mistakes, while Zalilov seized the opportunity to test his opponent's patience and control. The drama intensified, emphasizing that boxing is as much about mental resilience as physical execution. Experience and resilience. Ubaidov's volume of punches increased, but the Kazakh veteran used tactical bursts, landing counter shots and retreating to regain position. The earlier point deduction disrupted Ubaidov's rhythm slightly, giving Zalilov the chance to assert himself. He targeted the body and head with precision, forcing Ubaidov to adjust and creating moments of uncertainty. The round emphasized strategic patience. Zalilov absorbed controlled punishment while exploiting minor mistakes, demonstrating why experience matters. For Ubaidov, the challenge was to maintain forward momentum without overcommitting. Fans could see the fight's complexity. Every movement, punch, and feint carried consequences. This round set the stage for a climactic final round where both fighters would give everything to secure victory. The sixth round was the culmination of 6 rounds of strategy, aggression, and endurance. Ubaidov pressed forward aggressively, looking to dominate and end the fight decisively. Zalilov, disciplined and tactically aware, used lateral movement to evade dangerous exchanges and land precise counters. The pace intensified, with hooks, body shots, and overhand rights exchanged rapidly. Ubaidov's compact style allowed him to land clean, effective punches while avoiding overexposure, whereas Zalilov's counterpunches showcased his experience and ring IQ. The arena erupted with every punch, each exchange amplifying the tension. By the final minute, it was clear that Ubaidov had the upper hand, but Zalilov's resilience ensured that the fight remained competitive and thrilling until the bell. When the final bell rang, Ubaidov emerged victorious by unanimous decision. The crowd erupted, celebrating the home fighter's undefeated record and rise in professional boxing. Zalilov, despite the loss, earned respect for his tactical intelligence, patience, and the ability to challenge a young, aggressive opponent. Analysts highlighted Ubaidov's ability to combine volume, body shots, and southpaw angles while maintaining defensive discipline. Zalilov's performance emphasized that even experienced fighters can push rising stars to their limits. This fight was more than a victory. It was a demonstration of psychological resilience, strategy, and the balance of aggression and intelligence in the ring. Technically, Ubaidov's success relied on mid-range control, compact hooks, southpaw switches, and relentless body attack. He forced Zalilov to react rather than dictate, controlling the tempo. Zalilov, meanwhile, demonstrated counterpunching precision, patience, and spatial awareness. The fight highlighted boxing's nuance. Timing, distance management, and mental fortitude are as important as raw power. The late punch incident tested both fighters' discipline, emphasizing that professional boxing is a mental and physical chess match. Observers can learn how aggression must be balanced with defensive awareness and strategy to dominate at higher levels. This fight solidifies Akmal Ubaidov's status as a rising star and demonstrates the importance of strategy, composure, and adaptability. Zalilov, though defeated, reminded fans why experience and tactical intelligence are invaluable. The clash between youth and experience, aggression and patience made the fight memorable. Both fighters leave lessons for fans and aspiring professionals. Success in boxing requires technical skill, mental resilience, and the ability to adapt under pressure. The fight will be remembered as a thrilling showcase of heart, skill, and the unpredictable drama that defines professional boxing.